So what's going new in that AI world? People are talking about the AI bubble is gonna burst soon.
Hello. Hey.
Huh?
ठीक है सर। आई बिलीव दैट इट इज ऐसा होगा जैसे .com जैसा है वो समुद्र मंथन सा, कि हाँ थोड़ा करेक्शन भी होगा, मतलब चीजें टिकेंगी और करेक्शन भी होगा। जैसा .com बबल में भी ऐसा हुआ, वो बबल बना, ब्रस्ट हुआ, कुछ कंपनियां बहुत सारी सरवाइव नहीं कर पाई, लेकिन जो सरवाइव करी दे आर द बिग जाइंट नाउ, बिग टेक हैं जो लगे। तो इसमें बहुत सारी चीजें आई हैं, तो वही समुद्र मंथन सा होगा। द फिटेस्ट विल सर्वाइव, जो रियली में अच्छे होंगे वो टिकेंगे। हाँ, करेक्शन भी होगा इसमें कि ये चीज जो हाइप बना रखी है वो भी करेक्ट होगी। दैट इज हाउ इट विल रीशेप इटसेल्फ।
Yeah,
सही कह रहे
actually
हैं।
nowadays companies are forcing people to use AI.
अरे
वो नहीं होता, फोर्स नहीं करना चाहिए। आई मीन यूज केस, नो यूज केस, यू हैव टू फाइंड आउट हाउ टू यूज इट।
हाँ, सब हमारी कंपनी में प्रेजेंटेशन चलता है हफ्ते में, हर हफ्ते नया कुछ ऐसा आता है, ऐसा लगता है कि अरे हर हफ्ते डेवलप हो रहा है। ये मान लो एक नया फ्रेमवर्क डेवलप हो रहा है, नए फ्रेमवर्क की डिस्कवरी हो रही है एक हफ्ते में, एक नया डिजाइन पैटर्न आ रहा है नया, एक हफ्ते के अंदर विद इन 1 वीक दे आर बिल्डिंग है न्यू थिंग्स विद इन अ वीक। तो इतना दैट काइंड ऑफ रेस इज गोइंग ऑन। तो उस रेस में लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स आर गोइंग ऑन, तो कुछ तो बचेगा एटलीस्ट। ज्यादा बहुत भी हो रहा है, करेक्ट, बट समथिंग विल कम आउट ऑफ इट फॉर श्योर।
या देयर इज अ कंपनी कॉल्ड ग्लीन। हमारा कंपनी अभी उसको अडॉप्ट किया है एआई में। दे डिड अ गुड जॉब। आई वाज लुकिंग हाउ टू, आई मीन एआई एजेंट डेवलप करना। देयर आर लॉट ऑफ अदर थिंग्स, बट ऐसे ही people started adapting and all those things. यूज केस कुछ हो नहीं हो, बस एआई में कुछ ना कुछ करो।
गोयल सर, जो आपकी कंपनी जो प्रोडक्ट बेच रही है वो बनाए किसने? जैसे आप कह रहे हो कंपनी में बहुत लोगों को ज्यादा आइडिया नहीं है एआई का, तो रिटेलर हो गया आप लोग, क्या हो मतलब? हम्म, अच्छा, उन्होंने आपको कांटेक्ट किया? और अच्छा, जस्ट सी थ्रू है या फिर आप उसमें और कुछ ऐड भी करते हो बेसिकली? अच्छा, बढ़िया बढ़िया। हाँ, सही है।
जस्ट लाइक रिटेलर फॉर वन कंपनी यार, कुछ भी हो बस बिक रहा है, दैट्स इट। फिलहाल तो बिक रहा है, बट फॉर नाउ इट्स रनिंग हाउ लॉन्ग, बट इट इज वर्किंग फॉर नाउ एटलीस्ट फॉर टाइमिंग।
हम्म, बढ़िया।
Interesting.
सेलिंग इट फॉर हाउ मच मैंग? मतलब कोई सब्सक्रिप्शन मॉडल है, क्या है? ओके। हम्म हम्म
Mm-hmm.
नॉर्थ
नॉर्थ
कैरोलिना।
कैरोलिना।
Yep.
Okay, like, sir, what is your target customer? Okay, like how you build a distribution over there, like as we are also building like a startup called synthetic data generation. So our main customers are like healthcare and autonomous startups. Right? So for us, our main target is Indian market, not USA. So I want to know like how you build distribution in USA market. Okay, okay, okay.
Oh, I think Shiva or Mohan. Uh,
आई एम नॉट श्योर क्या है इस मीटिंग का एजेंडा। निहार बता सकते हैं।
oh no, because last time we discussed a lot about MCP, right? And people still have questions, and we are out of time. So
हाँ
we
हाँ
discussed, right?
तो
Okay, next class, let's take 10 minutes. Let's go
हाँ
through. If anybody has any questions or
हाँ
anything.
तो if they have any questions then only we can take it up.
Okay, cool.
हाँ सर, ये तो है कि थोड़ा फ्लो सा टूट गया है। लास्ट टाइम हम लोग डिस्कस कर रहे थे, जल्दी में थे कि चलो बाद में ग्रुप में एजेंडा डिस्कस कर लेंगे, और वो डिस्कशन एक्चुअली हो ही नहीं पाया। तो कि एग्जैक्टली में क्या प्लान था, मतलब तो ऐसे थोड़ा वो हो गया कि अगर बेटर आई विल से कि नेक्स्ट टाइम की थोड़ा ग्रुप में ही पहले से जल्दी डिसाइड हो जाए कि हाँ इस वीकेंड पे करना है, तो थोड़ा रेडी रहें।
हाँ, आई थिंक आई सेकंड दैट। और लास्ट टाइम मैंने ही कहा था कि अरे चैट पे कर लेंगे, और फिर वो हुआ ही नहीं।
हाँ राइट, वो फिर बाद में तभी कल मेरे को ये रहता कि अरे बात नहीं भाई, फिर हाँ एक शुरू में भी सैटरडे वीकेंड पे तो फ्लो में रहते हैं, देन विल फिर काम लगा ऑफिस का शुरू, एंड देन वी जस्ट गॉट डिस्ट्रैक्टेड। तो
हाँ हाँ
थोड़ा ऐसा हो गया। तो ये नहीं आप, और उस दिन हम लोग कवर भी कर रहे थे, मैम आपने भी थोड़ा जल्दी कवर करा, मतलब जल्दी मतलब
हाँ,
टाइम
राइट राइट।
नो टाइम टेक माय
हाँ
वर्ड
हाँ।
कि टाइम नहीं था
हम्म
मेरे पास, तो जल्दी कवर करा, जो कि बहुत सारा हम कुछ पढ़ा कर चुके थे।
हम्म हम्म हम्म।
हाँ तो अब मैम आपने लास्ट टाइम जहाँ डिस्कशन छोड़ा था वहीं से कंटिन्यू कर सकती हैं अगर आप चाहो तो, सो दैट वी कैन कवर दिस बनार।
I have no clue where I left it, because मैं तो इंडिया से तुरंत ही आई थी, and I had just taken up that chapter. और अब जो है मैं लास्ट वीक मेरा काफी बिजी था, तो I have nothing on my plate, like I don't know anything. Where are you? Which one are you trying to discuss?
राइट, सेम अप्लाई विद मी कि लास्ट टाइम था तो फ्लो में था, तो वो एक्चुअली आई वाज कवरिंग दैट फर्स्ट टाइम सीपी को डॉक्यूमेंटेशन कवर कर रहा था मैं, तो टाइम बचा थोड़ी चाहो तो थोड़ा ने रिकैप करना पड़ेगा, बट स्टिल वी कैन कंटिन्यू ओके इफ यू वांट। और नहीं तो सर
तो ये वाला जो नेक्स्ट चैप्टर है उसको मैं पढ़ रही थी, तो मुझे काफी अच्छा लग रहा था। तो इफ यू वांट आई कैन प्रेजेंट।
आई थिंक
बट
दैट वर जो निहार सर उन्होंने करा था नॉमिनेट की, आई थिंक दे विल कवर इट सर। आई एम
अच्छा,
मे बी रॉन्ग बट आई डोंट नो, जस्ट कंफर्म सर। आई इज जस्ट अजम्पशन कि आप 11 चैप्टर आप लेने वाले थे क्या?
No. I was asking any volunteers. Anyway, Ashish has a question. I think let's have his question. Yes, Ashish, you are mute actually. Hello.
आशीष सर।
सॉरी। मेरा क्वेश्चन था कि जहां से हम लोग ये बुक पढ़ रहे हैं, दैट लिंक इज नॉट केवल किसने चैप्टर्स डाउनलोड करके रखे हुए हैं क्या?
Oh
इस
yeah.
टाइम की।
यू आर ब्रेकिंग सर, योर
अच्छा,
वॉइस।
लेट मी टाइप इट।
Yeah, no. I understand your question. He's asking if that instead of link there is any PDF or something. Manoj ने already share किया है, I think, right?
हाँ पीडीएफ पहले वो लिंक बंद हो गई थी, फिर बाद में उन्होंने सर ने पीडीएफ शेयर करा, अगर आप चाहो तो भेज सकता हूँ दोबारा।
हाँ सर,
Yeah,
जरूर।
that is
ये
what.
व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप पे है क्या?
हाँ
व्हाट्सएप पर
हाँ
है क्या?
है, ग्रुप में है, और उसमें
ठीक
जाओगे आप मीडिया के अंदर डॉक्यूमेंट्स में तो मिल जाएगी तुम्हें आपको।
ठीक है, मैं देख लेता हूँ।
Yeah, okay. I think Shiva, you can present whatever. I mean, the left part or something, and after that we will see. Anyone has prepared for chapter 11 or no one?
नहीं सर, मैंने बिल्कुल ही नहीं किया।
हाँ, me too actually.
Maybe
I
like
was very busy this week, तो मेरे पास टाइम नहीं था। लेकिन I can share and let's see. मेरे स्क्रीन की जो मिररिंग होती है एटलीस्ट उसको मैं स्टॉप करना चाहती हूँ, तो let me try.
okay.
So this one is visible, isn't it?
Not yet actually. Yeah, now visible.
Okay. So no problem with the Zoom and stuff, isn't it?
No, it's good.
yes.
Okay. Let me go to 183. So this is the chapter on goal setting and monitoring. And I was looking into it. I'm not sure whether I'm fully prepared, but this book presents it as a agentic pattern. So it starts off by saying that to be for AI agents to be truly effective and purposeful, they need more just information of tools and all. So then it goes back and tells about goal setting and monitoring. That is the pattern in this chapter. And it says that think about planning a trip. You don't just spontaneously appear at your destination. You want to go somewhere, then you prepare transportation routes, what is the budget, then you book your tickets, pack your bags, and then travel to the airport and all that stuff. So there's a lot of planning that is happening. And in this context, the AI agents also need to first set their goal and then plan. And once the goals are met, that they have this mechanism how to know when the goals are met or not met. So here is the practical applications that I liked. One is this customer support automation that can happen. There is a resolve customers billing inquiry. So it monitors the conversations, checks database entries, and uses tools to adjust billings. And then success is monitored by confirming the billing change and receiving positive customer feedback. So if the issue isn't resolved, it escalates. So that is one customer support automation. Then the next one is personalized learning systems. So I mean, there are a lot of learning softwares that are there, the MOOC softwares that are there. So this is a learning agent, and it is tasked with to improve students' understanding of algebra. So it monitors the students' progress on exercises, adapts teaching materials, and tracks performance metrics like accuracy and completion time, adjusting its approach if the student struggles. So then there is another one, which is project management assistant. Even this seemed good, that ensuring project milestone X is completed by Y date. And it monitors task status, team communication, resource availability, flagging the delays, and suggesting corrective actions if the goal is at risk. And this financial trading bots, those can be made to maximize portfolio gains while staying within risk tolerance. So you can put the constraints on it that this is the current portfolio value. These are my risks, and these are the conditions that you can put, that you cannot sell that much, or I mean, I'm telling that there can be thresholds put, and the agent can respect that and with its goals, and then adjust the strategy if risk thresholds are breached. So this is a good application. Then robotics and autonomous vehicles, it can monitor the environment and its own state, and plan the route and adapt its driving behavior to achieve the goal safety and efficiently. Then last is the content moderation. An agent's goal could be to identify and remove harmful content from platform X. It monitors incoming content, applies classification models, and tracks metrics like false positive, negatives, adjusting its filtering criteria, or escalating ambiguous cases to human reviewers. So what I liked was the hands-on code example that was given. That this Python script outlines an autonomous AI agent engineered to generate and refine Python code. So it employs a goal setting and monitoring pattern where it doesn't just generate code once, but enters into an iterative cycle of creation, self-evaluation, and improvement. And that was exactly the thing that I really liked when they presented this code. Usually I don't like to present the code, but this code I can browse through. So the agent's success is measured by its own AI-driven judgment on whether the generated code successfully meets the initial objective. The ultimate output is a polished, commented, and ready to use Python file that represents the culmination of this refinement process. So if we go through the hands-on code, I know most of us wouldn't have actually gone through this chapter, so it's it's kind of moot. This has a lot of code in it, but if you look at it, it's laid out very simply. It says that to check if we have met our goals, I am asking the LLM to judge this and answer with true or false, which makes it easier to stop the iterations. So it says that this is the in this it is. Let's go through this hands-on code example to illustrate the goal setting and monitoring pattern. We have an example using LangChain and OpenAI APIs, and the objective is to build an AI agent which can write code for a specified use case based on specified goals. So it accepts a coding problem, accepts a list of goals. So the goals can, they have classified the goals. It could be simple, tested, handles edge cases in code. So you can make it as difficult or make it as simple. So then it uses an LLM like GPT-4o to generate and refine Python code until the goals are met. So in this case, the coding person has actually used max of 5 iterations. And then to check if we have meta goals, they are using another LLM as a judge. Is the pace okay right now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So so if they have just opened the environment and importing some things and created this LLM, which is the chat OpenAI, and the model is GPT-4o, then now these utility functions start. And if we go through these utility functions, they seem to be quite good. That definition is generate prompt, and in that generate prompt, what is the use case? They just wrote this use case, and constructing prompt for code generation. You are an AI coding agent. Your job is to write Python code based on the following use case. And then it is trying to. So this is one function that it made. Okay, I won't go through the inside, otherwise we'll get stuck. Then if we just look at what kind of functions does it make, this is the get code feedback. So it does gets the goals and strips them and then joins them, then that becomes the goals and then puts it in the context, so in the context window. So this then LLM return, LLM invoke feedback prompt. That is the return of this function. Again, there's another function which is called goals met, and it has already got the feedback test and goals. And now here, I think it is going to invoke another LLM here, which is with a review prompt. And then inside the same function, it is trying to clean the code to give it to the LLM. And I mean, these are all the functions that it is kind of utility function that it is trying to make. Add comment header, save code to file, because it says after 5 iterations it is going to get a code and put it into a Python file. And then this is the run code agent. This is the main function that is going to call other. So for I in range to max iterations, which it has capped to 5, it is going to do a prompt, generate prompt, then code response. It's going to get a code. Then it is going to clean the code here and then submit code for feedback, get code feedback here. And then whatever is the feedback content, it says that feedback is received. And then with that, it checks if the goals are met with the feedback test that is text that it got. Then it says that LLM confirms goals are met, stopping the iteration. Either it breaks or it breaks after the 5 loops or with the max iterations that it has to perform. And then the final code has an add comment header that goes through the code, and then it just returns save code to file. So whatever utility functions we made, they are actually used here in this master function, which was this run code agent. Any comment here?
No.
Shiva, like if you have gone through this code, like how the iteration happening, like where this it is when you say iteration, you have gone through this modality, what does that really mean?
So here on this, for
Yeah,
I
just
in range
looking
max
at.
iterations, here
Okay.
that's where it is a for loop that it has started.
So in the so suppose the first station it generates some code, like I give some use case to sort array, okay, in a like a large array with the good performance. So it generates some code, and suppose it uses a bubble sort algorithm first time, but then then how, like I'm thinking like a real case, like so on which criteria it gonna be put into iteration 2? It is
So let's go through this loop first. Then let's see if it is clear. So this is the function that is running this code agent, isn't it? Okay, and it has its parameters are on this is use case. There are goals are input and the max iterations that it can perform. Right now it has been capped to 5. Okay, are we together on this? Then it takes the goals and it cleans up the goals and says print the goals that it got. And there is it starts out with previous code equal to nothing, because it doesn't have any code. Even the feedback is string is 0. Then here is the master loop where it is saying these are the number of iterations that I'm going to perform, and it says iteration number 1. Then it generates the prompt. We just saw this function before, isn't it? So here was that function, generate prompt, isn't it? So it has this is how it is going to generate a prompt. That the system prompt is AI coding agent. Your job is to write Python code, okay? And if there is, and it is also saying that if there is a previous code, then you in the base prompt you actually append the previous code. If there is a feedback, then on the base prompt append the feedback also. So the context window is increasing every time it generates a prompt.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like, yeah, so they are appending the previous result to the next prompt.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then
Yeah, I think
improve.
yes. So now let's go back to run code agent. Then we come back over here. So we generated a prompt. Okay, generate a prompt, and else feedback content inside that. Then it says generate a code. So LLM, we made a prompt out of it, and I gave that prompt into this and invoked the LLM, and it is going to generate a code. So that is a raw code that it takes and cleans that raw code, then appends it in the generated code. Okay. And then it tries to get a feedback on that code depending on the goals. And the feedback text, whatever we get, we again clean that feedback code and goes to this function, which is if goals met. And if goals met, if we go back to that, okay. So do we have this goals met? It tries to take the feedback. It invokes a LLM again, and it tries to get the feedback if the goals were met or not. Okay.
Got it.
And then so after that it is just keeping on appending on the context, and on the final code when it gets after all these iterations, or if the goals are met, then it can break also, otherwise it will go for the maximum iterations. And just it previous code is equal to code, whatever code it is getting, and it is appending it. And then final code, add comment header and code use case, and return is save code to file. And it then takes these goals input. It tries to have 2-3 examples it shows. Let's go to one example. Use case is write code to find binary gap of a given positive integer, and goals input is code simple to understand, functionally correct, handles comprehensive edge cases, takes positive integer input only, and prints the result with few examples. And then it just invokes this function that we have already gone through, which is run code agent. So this is the big diagram that it has. That the user presents the prompt. That is a coding prompt, and there's a self-review and quality checklist. This is important over here in this agentic pattern, that it is doing a self-review and checking it against a goal list or quality checklist. And if it is good, then true, then it gives the output to the user, the agent. Otherwise, if it is false, it goes back to generating the code or refining the code again. So here it is written, if the verdict is false, the AI doesn't give up. It enters a thoughtful revision phase using the insights from its self-critique to pinpoint the weaknesses and intelligently rewrite the code. This cycle of drafting, self-reviewing, and refining continues with each iteration, aiming to get closer to the goals. This process repeats until the AI finally achieves a true status by satisfying every requirement, or until it reaches a predefined limit of attempts, much like a developer working against a deadline.
So one question here is, are we
Yes.
continuously using the same LLM, or let's say we have ChatGPT, let's say others, Grok and all those things? Because if we are continuously, I mean, we are using different, who knows, maybe.
No, I think the LLM that is invoked will be used. So in our case, it had used the GPT 4.0. We had seen it in the code. So I don't think the agent here is trying to invoke different LLMs.
Yeah, so
I
in
mean,
that case, it's self-learning. It's try to learn, unless the
yes,
goal is achieved, right?
it has a reviewer also. It is using another LLM to review.
Yeah, that's what I missed. Okay.
So in this pattern, how it is being ensured that the next iteration is better than the previous one?
That's why it has
So
the goal, right?
it has this checklist, isn't it? In this diagram, if you see, there's a checklist. So if I mean, and when we were talking about it, it said, isn't it, that error cases are handled or not? So you can provide those goals. You can provide, isn't it? What kind of error cases that you want, or agent can come up with its own goals. You can invoke another LLM to making it you are the goal setter for a coding agent. and that agent can that LLM can actually set up goals that what kind of error cases can happen, something like that.
Yeah, that's okay, but the thing is that it is actually executing some checklist, and based on the checklist, if that result is false, it is going to move to the next iteration and it is going to produce another version of the code. Now
Yes.
we have n versions of code: v1, v2, v3, v4, v5. So
Yes.
how this pattern is going to help us that version v2 is better than v1, v3 is better than v2, and v4 is better than v3.
So I think it will, sir. Okay, let me put in this way. I'm able to run this code just now in my local, okay, and it generated those different code, and I didn't get any error. If you want, I know if ma'am finished, then we can walk through the code and we can debug it, that how it is doing exactly. In one line, I can say it is like we are telling on high level to the LLM, I want this. Then based upon that, it is generating the say the better prompt. Based upon that prompt, it is generating the code, and that code again it is executing against that prompt, and then it is giving the output, and then it is checking that whatever it generate their own checklist based upon the our initial input, and then it is giving the code. Oh, this is your code. Okay, that's what it is doing. And I see I wrote a one program, but it has created three use cases I run, and it has created three program for me. Okay, so when I'm finished, we can go to walk through the code.
Oh yeah, very well said. Actually, yeah, it is improving on its own prompt. That's where we saw in the it is appending the prompt.
Yeah, I saw that
You
in
know,
the code. Like,
yes. So that's how, and checking against the checklist. I think there should be something where it is not given over here, but I would say trim the context or trim the prompt if previous versions are met or they are not used, then yeah, remove it from the context. Context cleaning kind of a thing can also be a function, but it's not there in this case.
Right, and it is justly most like now, not now actually, most of the time what we do, we give a prompt to the AI, right, and it give the result to us. Then if there is some fault in the code, then again we write change the prompt, then again we ask it until what will happen. Okay, whatever I want in the starting, my code is working, then I say it is good now. But
Huh.
whatever we multiple time we ask the chat, the model, like, okay, do this, then output it is not meeting, then again. So this multiple iteration, not only first time the thing that it writing code for me, but on top of that still I'm doing some manual work. Okay, so just like still for that again it is doing the AI. It's that I also dedicated to the AI as well. Okay, so it is just like um uh, you know that is how the improvement happens. Earlier we would write the code, then we got the AI to write the code, but still be write the prompt, try to be make it better. That also we give it to the AI. Okay, you only do it, I will give on one line, you only keep on doing. Okay, until you only decide that whatever the initially I wrote, it is good or not. So just like AI on top of that, that kind of the flow it is.
Hmm. Hmm. So let's
And also one more thing is, so let's say that should be a limit on number of iterations, right? Because otherwise the user will be frustrated.
yes, yes, yes.
So
Either it passes or there is a limit on iterations, and there should be a quality check also. Let's say both the things are not getting met. The quality checklist is not getting met, and it goes to the max iterations, and then goes out of the loop. So then that agent is not doing well. There should be a quality check on that also. That the agent should say, I was not able to enhance the code further, and this is the final code, but this is, I'm not sure. Something like that it should say, isn't it?
Yeah, right. And in the code, when they are writing, that time they are passing the the code, there is a parameter itself, maximum iteration. So they the by default is
Mhm,
five, that you
mhm.
cannot go over five. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And how this pattern is different from the reflection pattern?
Um,
Because
I think it's. I think it's kind of the same. I wanted to show one one diagram that I got from the other one. Let me just share that document. Okay, 1 second.
What about the reflection pattern? Sir, you are mute. Sir, you are on mute. Because you are.
So it is the pattern where we are producing something and we get the critic agent होता है जो कि it is giving you the comments on whatever you have produced. So in the next iteration, based on those critics comment, you are supposed to come with a better version of the previous thing, right? So I think here also we are doing the same thing where every time we are doing a quality check, and based on that those numbers we are adding them or appending them as feedback or review comments, right? So critic also works, I think, in the same pattern only, but here I think it is goal oriented. Like I have to reach to this goal, this is my goal, and there is no goal, there are guidelines. Suppose I write some code, so there are some guidelines, so people can review it and they can give their review comments. So in the review comment, there are no goal, right? But there are guidelines. So I think this could be one minute difference between these two patterns, where reflection pattern is working based on the guidelines, and here we are working on a goal. Like I have to reach here, so whether I am reaching here or not. Just
So
a thought.
yeah, reflection could be like if a programmer writing code, then it reflection is like unit testing, and the goal setting could be like a
Guidelines, right? Guidelines follow enhancement. Yes,
yeah,
right.
you have to complete the requirement or not. Yeah.
So this was the day one of the agentic intensive course by Google, and here I liked this kind of a diagram. This think, act, observe, cycle continues, managed by the orchestration layer, and here it is saying that this is how the agent takes action. It first gets the mission, then it scans the scene, then it thinks it through, and then it takes the action. And once it has taken the action, it goes into a loop where it is just keeping on learning and getting better.
Okay.
So, and also it had mentioned the levels. I think we had skipped this, but this was also the kind of agents that are there. So, level 0 is the core reasoning system. Level 1 is the connected problem solver that is connected to the tools. Then, level 2 is the strategic problem solver. It is going to strategize and then give results. And level 3 is the rise of collaborative multi-agent systems. And level 4 is the self-evolving agents who are going to make an agent themselves if they see that one of the agent is missing in their portfolio. So I think this was there in one of the forewords in the book, but it wasn't presented. It was not in the chapter, so we have skipped it. But it was there.
So how many PDFs are there for this course?
For this course, PDFs, there are as many as you can read. But yeah, there was 5 big, around 70, 50 kind of. Yeah, here it had 54. Yeah, 54 pages kind of PDFs were there. 5 of them.
So can you share the important ones to this group? So
Yeah. I can share all of them. I have them. I can share all of them. So then it explains what are these level 0, the core reasoning. Then level 1 is how does it, we are giving tools are like external tools are like the hands component of our architecture. So then, given the mission, it thinks and then acts, then observes, those kind of things. So yeah, I just wanted to show you those two of them. Let me go back to the previous chapter that we were covering.
So what we are going to do next? Like,
I was going back to the book, or do you want to what is next? Because
okay, so we have
I
the
did not
15 minute now.
complete.
What we can do, I can take the 15 minute and I can explain the code. Even the for chapter code,
Yeah,
I
please go ahead.
also write the code and it is running. Now we can see the difference between chapter 4 and the other question asked by Deepak sir. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing much left. It is just at a glance, and I have covered pretty much everything.
Yeah,
Key
yeah.
takeaways are like, yeah.
Okay.
Please go ahead.
Yeah. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, so here the one. So we got, let's see this though. So chapter number 11, I wrote the code for it. Okay, so we can let me see. So this is the code that I wrote it chapter with chapter 11, and we see that how actually the code of piece of code is given, and we'll see that what exactly it is doing. So it is saying like this is the piece of code. Let's see. So the starting will welcome to the AI agent code generation agent. So using the goal setting, so you would say the what example one like use cases input. So first we'll give the what is your use case, like write a code to find a binary gap of a given positive number. Binary gap, I I don't know, it just need to read about, but there is some number that it can generate, okay, of a given positive number, the binary of it. And they say this is the use cases, and they say the goal. Code simple to understand, functionality correctly, handle comprehensible edge cases, take positive integer input only, print the result uh, with few example, okay, and say run code, uh, run code. Okay, so this is the, so just like the use cases, this is the use cases, and you will tell this is my goal, that what you want to do it. Okay, what you want to do it. So if I will take, let me move this code back here, so we'll see that how it is executing exactly. Encounter and move it here. Okay, so now I have the chapter 11 only. Okay, so let's test the piece of code only, and let's see how it will do it. Okay, so use cases. So once they say the use cases, so first it will go to the use cases, and what are the use cases, and what is the goal. Okay, as the pattern says, and they pass the maximum iteration parameter, then how many time it can check, then it will check the goals. Okay, in the goals, what is the result exactly. So the goal are terminated by the comma. So just like this is one goal, that is the another goal, that is the another goal. So these are the goals we gave it. Okay, that you this you need to do it. Okay, and so then it is taking all the goals, okay, one by one, and they are they it will create the list. Okay, they are the comma separated, it will create a Python list. Okay, and then it will say these are the courses, and it is says, okay, let me see, I can do one thing, let's debug it. Okay, so we'll go, and the earlier piece of code is the simple, I am taking the open API key, I will load from the environment variable where this is my open API key. Okay, and open API key,
Basically, those are just set up,
just set
isn't
up
it?
in all the
Yeah.
program, just like you need to create a model.
Mhm.
These are the global variable, right? Because that's why they are written on module level. Okay, you load it
Mhm.
from the env file, and if this is the exception handling, and it is creating the model, that's open way, chat open AI model you will create, you will pass the model, you will add the temperature, the how variance it will be, you will pass the key. That is how it will be. Okay, so the main code start from here. So it is saying like, these are the different goal, and from the goal they are given a single line, I will create a list, they same only, but now it is a list. Okay, one, second, third, four, five. So these are the goal they give it, and we just printing it. Okay, on the console, that what we print the use cases. So use case, write the code to find a binary gap of a given positive number. Okay, so it is saying this, let's take the one goal, and it will print the one goal as a code simple to understand. Fine. Okay. So it is just printing the code. Okay. So all the code it is printing. Let's go to the next one, and it is says it all the so previous code. So it don't have the so it is, that is how it is generating. Previous code. It is write as a string only. Just it is initialized. Feedback it has initialized it. Okay. And now say maximum iteration range. So these are iterations. So it will go start with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 because number is 5. So there is a print iteration 1 of 5. Okay, 1 of 5. Okay, and it is adding 1 just for information because it starts from the 0. Okay, that's why it
Yeah,
said 1.
show the code that it generated.
No, it isn't. Okay, I am just running it. Then we'll
Okay.
see. Okay, the code once already generated, but I will generate it again. Okay, it has not generated the code yet. Okay, so I think we have the 10 minutes. We should be able to finish it. Otherwise, I will run it. Okay, so then say like generate the prompt. Okay, so here the code like we only asking. This is my use cases. This is my goal. This is my previous code and feedback. If instance dot feedback something that thing. Let's say what the generate prompt it say. So use cases, just like the first use cases, if I say the first my use cases is write a code to find a binary gap. Okay. So this is the use cases. And what the first goal is? First goal is goal. Okay. Goal input. Code simple to understand, functionality handle impressively. So the goal, first goal, it will become code simple to understand. Okay. So it says, okay, the goals, all the goals we are passing it. Previously code it was empty, feedback nothing, and it will return a string. Let's see how it says. Okay.
What's the prompt he has generated?
Okay, I think it is printed. Just a minute. I didn't put the debug point over there. That is how it created the. Just a minute. Okay, let's see. Okay, so here the one. Let's see. So prompt base prompt. Okay, let's see from here. So base prompt came into the picture. So base prompt. See construct prompt for the code generation, and here you are in a code. Your job is to write the Python code on the following use cases, right? And your goals are this one. So just like on high level be given the command to it, like you are a AI coding agent. Your job is to write the Python code based upon the following use cases. So this is the static value made it, and this is the use case. So the use cases we passed it, right? Okay. Then it will understand your goal are. So care one join f, this one f dot string dot the goal. So I think it is then writing the goals. Okay. So B write the goal. So from that it is just like generating the base prompt. Okay. From here to till f here. So B given the value it. Let's see. Okay. Format it, then it will be better bit. Okay.
Mohan, try to run it.
Okay.
Try to run it and see how the base prompt gets appended.
Oh, okay. So yeah, let me now. Okay. So then it says the previous code was empty. Base prompt. So base prompt previous code generated plus this one. That is how it came. Okay, let's see the base prompt. So this is how the base prompt. Okay, you are the coding agent. Your job is to write the code based upon the following use cases. Okay, use cases. This is the use case when we passed it, and code simple to understand. So this are the things we passed it, right? And that is how we made the complete prompt. Okay, and it return the prompt. Okay, so now prompt is ready. Now generating the code. Now we are asking LLM based upon the use cases and goal we write it, and it should generate the code to us. Okay, let's see what the code is. So we got the code response. Okay, so this is the Python code it gave it. This is the complete response, but inside that content. Okay, I will say this one and content. Okay, let's see. I will see, then we'll see the content as well. Let's see the direct that variable only. Okay, so what it is generated, there should be raw code. Okay, so this is the code it has generated. Okay, that it has defined a function on something it has done, and it has write some output, right? That is how it will be. Okay, and then say code clean code block raw code they will pass it. So here it is the root the code, like it line and line one by one. Okay, it is just it is formatting.
Yeah, I think we have gone through this. I think you should show what is the final output.
Okay. And
does
okay, okay, there is just formatting one, and let's see what is saying. It is the get code feedback, evaluating the code against the goal. Okay, Okay, now this is the things here only. So now earlier we give the code, goals, use cases and goal. Now we are giving the code and the goal. Okay, and then what it is doing it. Okay, just a minute. I think we should. Okay, so we give the feedback like, and we get the feedback from it. Okay, and then it is the feedback text. What the feedback text is say. So this is the feedback it gave. Okay, the what the code it is. Okay, and then goal. If the goal meet, let's see what the function is called. Okay, then we write the one more function to meet the goal. It has meet the goal or not. So in if fill out how many function it wrote, generate code, get code feedback, meet goal, clean code, add comment, to snake cases, something it is doing, and the run coder. So if we go here, then it is final code and it is adding some comment and it is writing. Okay. So then it wrote the code. Okay. So binary gap, that's what the code it is written, and you can give the example. Okay. So if you try to understand the complete code, the same only, you write a use cases, then it give the goal. Based upon that goal, it will give you the code, and based upon that code, again you supply the same goal and ask it to check the code, the same code. It is the code is get better or not. Okay, and if something is not there, then it you ask to you know uh, get code and clean code or something, and the save the code and run the code against the use cases. So that is how it is generated, this piece of code, final code it gave it. Okay,
How many iterations it
I
executing
think
in
it finished in one iteration. Okay,
one iteration? Add one another goal, some big goal.
okay, so
See how
there are
many.
the two, that's what I'm saying, right? Okay, so we have the still 4 minutes. Okay, so this is the one. Let me stop it. And there are the two use cases as well. Okay, this one and this one, and try to run it. Okay, so we can check the log what it is doing exactly, and it will, because this was a running piece of code, evaluating the code against it, and
Oh yeah, second iteration came.
second iteration. How many iteration we need to see? Let's see. Evaluating feedback for the goal. Okay, to finally to give the submit feedback. It is taking some time as well. LLM goals are meet. Okay, see. So this piece of code it wrote it. Okay, and for this one word count, it is took the word count. Okay, so this is on high level. What we can say, the same. And it is given the code for this one, and it for this one it has given the code, and for this one it is a it's good really, and whatever we do till now, it is
Yeah.
more than that, right? This can be used like, you write the goal and you ask it to write the code it by itself. Okay, so that is how it has wrote the code, and I wrote the code for the chapter 4 as well. Okay, and what I understood out of it, this is the pattern. It look like, you are just telling it, just do it. Okay, just like a something experienced person, you tell, okay, just do this one. You are not going to tell a, like a small kid how to do it. Okay, this one chapter 4 that it tell, it is like, like you are telling it to a kid, do this and how do this, like, it is telling you first do this. It's saying your task to create a Python function and calculate the factorial. Okay, what you are telling, accept a number, then calculate its factorial, then include a clear doc string, then okay, handle the edge cases, then do some. So what here you're telling that what step you need to perform. Okay, so just like you are telling a small kid or the junior developer or something kind, okay, you need to do this and that is how you need to do it. This is just like a senior developer. Okay, you just tell them what to do, you're not going to tell them what to, how to do it. Okay, so that's the difference I can sense it between these two patterns, sir.
So more like in the reflection, they are also doing the iteration. How the iteration matters. Like if you are going only single prompt
No,
without any
this one,
feedback.
let's see, drive in the detail exactly. So, I'm saying not the complete. I may be wrong here, there, but that was the understanding. Okay, he's saying you are not supplying here use cases and goal. Let's see what it is doing. Okay, demonstrate multi-step previous Python function. Run a reflection loop. Okay, why from the reflection rule came? Okay,
So, can I answer this question? I think in the first chapter, it was just saying you can reflect, but was there a critique LLM, or there was a critique response also?
Yeah.
Okay, there is something new to it. Need to read it, then we'll get to know. We are out of the time. But that is my perception. That's on high level. I understood it because it is telling it. But the edit is, that's one of the thing. There may be other thing as well that we just feel.
Yeah, I think as the agentic patterns, we are accumulating those patterns. Even the agents are becoming more complex and developed.
Yeah, right, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, we are done. Thank you. Okay, so what is the agenda for next class? I think better to decide in this class itself so that it should be clear.
Yeah, I think so.
Well
I think
prepared.
so.
We'll go with the next chapter then.
Yeah, sure. We have to. We can go for the next.
Yeah, what is the next chapter? Who is volunteering? Anyone?
So next weekend is the long weekend. Everybody
I,
reply
हाँ
the
Oh
वही
yeah,
मुझे लगा
we
it's
can
a
let's
Thanksgiving so we should
huh?
next
Hmm?
it's a
weekend let's
Thanksgiving.
keep actually.
Next week, Thanksgiving. So we want to have the session or not?
No, let's keep. I guess. What do you think?
Oh, you don't celebrate. Here, people may be having the long weekend. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, then better. So,
Yeah, my vote is not to have the meeting. I mean, we came unprepared to this meeting. I had just read the chapter. I was not prepared to present.
but we really finished good, I believe.
Yeah, because you had written the code, isn't it? That's fun.
No, this
That's
code
how.
was there. That was I asked us to format it, and while you were reading, that time only understood your theory. Then I ran it. Then I said, "That's what it done it." Okay, now I understood it. Okay, if I would have been prepared a little bit, I also was too much busy with some other stuff, but I understood it quickly because now we can understand the things quickly. Okay, we are knowledgeable, more knowledgeable compared to the previous.
So, Mayank,
Yeah.
skip.
Yeah, we can skip for sure. I will believe I support that because better to skip the next weekend. And but we should, I believe that we should select the volunteer now itself. So in the group we should.
Yeah, subscription handling and recovery.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Wheel of names. I think I have one idea. Okay. Okay, let
Shortly.
me share. Huh? Okay, I have one idea. Okay, you stop the recording, sir, right? Recording.